Hello everyone, I'm Captain Char. I am mostly a retro gamer. Sometimes I do reaction content, and this is one of those times. We're back with Fleekazoid. It's been a minute. I haven't seen this, so yeah. Fun fact: if you see other YouTubers reacting to something and I don't a lot of times, it's usually because I've already seen it. So, or I'm flatly just not interested. Anyways, link to the original will be down below, and if this guy is going to have anything as always, it's going to be a laugh. Let's jump into it.
Herbs, welcome back to the 10th anniversary of the Worst Game Awards. I'm Jaw Fleeky, and today we're gonna...
He's not wrong. Half the time the Games Awards are pretty terrible. We need a Worst Games Award, yes. Yes, we do.
Bring all your favorite franchises up on stage and execute them right in front of your eyes while all these idiots clap. Yeah, alright, go ahead, bring that first one up here. Fuck you, Fable.
Yeah, I have no faith for the Fable remake, whatever, because just from the trailers alone, I'm like, oh god, it's gonna be one of those games. I don't even know if it's even still in development, because Microsoft likes to axe companies. Oh my god, I just realized that's the dude from Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, isn't it?
Now, before we get into the worst games, if you're expecting Dustborn to top this list, you can go ahead and unexpect that right now. I see Dustborn on the same level as Furry, Hitler, or any of the other hundreds of random shovelware that flops on Steam every day. And if you're saying, Fleek, you son of a bitch, there's a big difference between those two, you're right. One of them has a sequel. But I'm getting off track. The point is, as far as I'm concerned...
Why? Yeah, unfortunately, though, a lot of the games now that are getting, like, the shovelware games... There's so many out there that are just so generic. Oh my god, that guy's name, Joe Boomer. Joe Boomer. That just sounds like a retired wrestler's like name. And in this corner, Joe Boomer.
Dustborn did it right. Go kill off your own franchise with your own bullshit over there where no one will ever see it instead of over here on a franchise I like, because that's how we get number 5.
Right.
Will ever see it instead of over here on a franchise.
Yeah, that's Shandy from Saints Row 4.
I like, because that's how we get number 5, Dragon Age the Veilguard. They were so focused on making their own self-inserts that they forgot to make a fucking Dragon Age game. It had bland combat, shallow RPG mechanics, and the best part of the story is when it ends. You know it's bad when gamers are more interested in what your fired employees are making. Isn't that right, Todd?
I'm sorry, but yeah, Todd Howard, like, well, he was good at one point. I think his time has been and gone. It's like, I feel like the same way with a lot of things. Like, you need fresh, like, ideas and fresh leadership sometimes, because it's like you can only carry the torch for so long that it gets stale. Like, I know I'm probably gonna get some flack for that, but that's just how I feel. Like, sometimes you need new blood in order to create new blood.
Yeah, you short bitch. Number 4, Helldivers 2 from March to September. Now, you may be wondering why the hell this game is higher than Veilguard, and that's because they actually released a great game, then ruined it almost immediately. How the hell do you go from being this year's biggest sensation to its biggest disappointment in less than a month? It took me 20-something years to do that. Turns out it's actually pretty easy. First, they banned the game in 177 inferior countries. God bless America, American titties, American guns, and American fireworks. Their words, not mine. And that. Turns out it's actually pretty easy. First, they banned the game in 177 inferior countries. God bless America, American titties.
I don't know why that bikini is so popular.
American guns and American fireworks. Their words, not mine.
That was Little Boy. If you know, you know.
And then after they cut the player count by 75%, their only question was, how do we get the other 20?
They had the I thought the question was going to be, where did the money go?
5. By nerfing just about everything players liked, and then justifying those nerfs by saying, give it a chance! No! But it's all water under the bridge now because they unnerfed everything and dropped a fantastic new update. Yeah, 177 countries are still banned, but peace has returned to Helldive. Motherfucker! Todd, I'm sorry about what I just said. Still banned, but peace has returned to Helldive. Motherfucker! Turn to Helldive, mother...
Damn, I can't get that pause! Come on. Damn it, Todd. There it is. Helldivers 2 fans freak out over $20 Killzone skins. Why? Why are we selling skins for $20? Well, at least it's not behind a fucking loot box or RNG bullshit.
Motherfucker! Todd, I'm sorry about what I just said before. Get up here. I got a handcrafted trophy for you. Just kidding. It's an empty box. Fuck off my stage. Go back to your booster seat. Number 3. How can we forget about this year's biggest loser? The quadruple XL flop overweight watch. Concord, did you not just...
Concord failed so hard. I've said this before to other people that fucking Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast had a larger player base than Concord. And mind you, this is long after the official Phantasy Star server shut down. This is on the dedicated third-party servers, and the game outdid Concord. Let's take that into consideration. The Dreamcast beat Concord. A console that's been long gone, basically, for God knows how long, beat Concord. That's rough.
Just hear what I said? I said die where no one else will see it. When you spend $400 million fucking dollars, now I gotta see it. Despite everyone attributing the...
What did they spend $400 million for this game? Like, maybe they spent $40. Like, fuck. Where do they piss the money away on this project? That's what I want to know. Like... Actually, no, I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. Fuck Concord.
Failure of Concord to the oversaturated market of hero shooters, it actually came at the perfect time to penetrate the market.
Actually, I don't even call them hero shooters anymore. I just call them skin shooters because they're all just the same shit now. Again, like, personally speaking, I think Overwatch 1 did it best, despite there being fucking loot boxes. I do feel like they did it best. And then 2 happened. Overwatch 2 only happened because, well, loot boxes got banned in the EU or some shit like that. And they basically, well, we gotta keep this gravy train going somehow. And then it's just got more and more convoluted. I used to play Paladins back in the day. Yeah, believe it or not, I did used to just fuck around on that for a bit. Overwatch I did play more of once upon a time at Overwatch 1 when I actually had some team members to play with. I didn't play with the randos. Sorry.
Somehow, after 8 years of development hell, they managed to perfectly line up their release date to be...
Wait. 8 years of development hell. Oh look, it's Bootleg Diva. 8 years of development hell. Let's see. Kingdom Hearts 3 was in development hell for like, what? 13 years? Duke Nukem Forever was in development hell for like, what? 10 years or some shit. I don't know. There's certain games that have been in development hell forever and done better somehow. I know Duke Nukem's a low blow, but like, well, jeez. That was also back in the era when they still actually made games, not just shovel slop out. It's hard.
Exactly when Overwatch fell off and left a wide open door for any decent hero shooter to take their spot. Now, unfortunately for Concord, that door was not wide enough for DAW, so Marvel Rivals slipped in there instead.
And I have no interest in Marvel Rivals. Why? Because it's fucking Marvel. I know, pretty skins, and ironically, the Marvel Rivals devs left the spicy stuff in for anyone digging through their game files, so whatever. W on them, I guess, eh? Yeah, that much I remember seeing a headline, or was it a headline, or was it just in X or Twitter back then in passing? I don't know. My memory is not what it used to be, and I yap way too much, and I apologize.
And here's the slow and wide. I don't need to play as characters that deadlift 400 pounds every time they get up from a chair because one's more than enough. Other than making Overwatch worse by putting its gameplay on DAW's...
Why is the bottom blurred? That much I do want to know. Like, why is the bottom middle of the screen blurred?
And budget cutting the roster. The only unique value out of Concord was that they were going to add weekly cinematics. Sony, not again. Come over here. Listen, we already have 15 seasons of Man vs. Food. We didn't need to see DAW go for another 20. You finally made a game that didn't have 30-minute walk and talk alongs, and it won Game of the Year. Look at that, buddy. Todd wasn't even up there. No, it wasn't because he couldn't reach it. You know, because of his short height and all. Anyways, what I'm saying is take a hint. Please just surrender. I'm sorry, I meant Ubisoft. Where you at? Number 2, Ubisoft, please just surrender to Tencent already. After all those times you Frenchies surrendered, now's when you start putting up a fight? But all kidding aside, Tencent's just a new flavor of shit, pimps. But Ubisoft, you've been fucking up for years. You kind of brought this on yourself. You've ruined half your IPs, the other
Ubisoft's been dead since Assassin's Creed, more or less. Like, I know I'm gonna get some hate for that, but Assassin's Creed was just meh for me. I know. But again, I play what I want, you guys play what you want.
Half you've forgotten about, and because of your NFT game, I just discovered you got Rayman somewhere doing coke off a cowgirl's ass. Listen,
wait. What?
Wish list that and research that later, it's not the point. The point is, they're at number 2 because Ubisoft made so much dog shit this year, I had to lump it into one worst game so they didn't take over the entire goddamn list. This year's been a mag dump of blanks for them. They started 2024 by launching their quadruple A mobile game that cost them $200 million to make, which started as a Black Flag deal.
Why are so these fucking games... I'm rubbing my face here, I wish you could see it, but, it's like... Again, I've been over this like a broken record on several other videos. Like, stop pushing so much money into your games, making them bloated. You're making the dev times worse. You're making the cost worse. Put a data size cap on your games. Force devs to work within that. And no, do not budge from that, because then your dev time will be shorter overall because you can only do so much with it, and your cost for paying people will go down because you won't have to work as long on a project. And if the project fails, you're not out like a $200 million, etc. You're out maybe half of that if you're lucky. I don't fucking know. I don't write the budget. But I'm just saying, like, I am not the person in charge of this shit, but it's just like, it's not that hard of a fix either, I feel like.
LC, by the way, so I guess they spent 11 years and $200 million making that game worse. Then they launched the Call of Duty killer X Defiant, which was killed by Call of Duty. Star Wars Outlaws was so boring, not even the people who bought it played it. And they capped off the year by delaying the final nail in their coffin to 2025, replacing their big finale instead with not one, but 2 NFT games. Be honest with me now, Ubisoft. How much
no, seriously, how are NFTs still a thing? Everyone knows that shit's like up there with crypto in terms of just being a fucking scam. And if you don't know, then I guess you deserve it. Like, fuck. I really want to work on my model's facial expression so you guys can just see just how disappointed I just was there.
Man, Supply, did you inhale to cook up these brilliant ideas? Did you guys make this in a weekend?
No.
And if so, why?
They probably asked ChatGPT because people are fucking stupid nowadays and rely on AI as a crutch.
Flopped so many games this year, now they gotta pray for some El Salvadorian cartel to launder money via snow-sniffing Rayman NFTs.
Why?
Moving on. No, wait, hang on a second. I forgot that they launched Prince of Persia at the beginning of this year. Nah, it's alright, so did everyone else. But this last game is unforgettable.
I didn't even know they released Prince of Persia again. Tell you that much. I thought that franchise was fucking dead.
Truly, some magical things had to happen for this to align with our big 10th anniversary show. Things that may not have ever seemed a possibility. If you truly love video games like I do, this moment is for all of us. And the winner of this year's worst game of the year is Todd.
No.
Sit your ass back down. You can't even win a worst game award. No, it's Suicide Squad. Bye, Arkham Bat.
Wait, what? There was a Suicide Squad game?
Man, at least this time the chair's leather.
What? Fucking gunshot jump scared me.
I bet you forgot this piece of shit even came out this year.
I forgot it existed, period, my dude.
Here. So did I. I just added it 5 minutes before I was about to publish the video. Listen, I've got 3 videos on this game. I'm done talking about it. The game was bad, the cash shop was bad, and all the post-launch content was...
That was not the Joker. That was
like an IV
Joker.
drip of cyanide. We got the Twinkler, Mr., Mrs., Freeze Fire, whatever they identify as.
Wait, what? What? No, come on. Like, I have no problem with stuff being original and being inclusive and all that, but when you already have an established IP, don't fuck with it, because you're just gonna shoot yourself in the foot. That's what it feels like anyways. I don't know. Like I said, I am just a cat on the internet. I react to some stuff, I do my own stuff sometimes, and my brain is just like, Bert.
Then we got the social justice daughter of a hitman, and then just a chill guy. After all that...
Okay, that's more Kefka than it is the Joker. It looks like they saw Kefka from Final Fantasy VI. Like, yeah, we want to make that the Joker.
We got a regular old comic book character, truly amazing. Their death rattle was a moment of clarity. Good for you, Rocksteady, but I'll never forget you.
I didn't even know it came out. I didn't even know that game came out. Like it must have died harder than Concord.
Took our Batman from Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Knight, then shot him not on a lazy boy, not on a two-seat sofa, not on a lawn chair with a soft padded seat that has floral embroidery, but on a park bench. Fuck you, Rocksteady. The only thing you should be remaking is your resume for when your studio shuts down. I will never let this go. My hate for this game is generational. I'm gonna put my hate for this game in my will. So
I'm sorry, but that's an insult to the Batman voice we lost there. Good old Kevin for the Arkham trilogy. Like, no, that's just a slap in the face.
My grandkids inherit that shit. Then I'm gonna take all my anger and go have a wonderful time with my family. And I hope all you pimps have a holly jolly Christmas too. Treat yourself. Go get the new Stellar Blade update. And on January 4th at 7 p.m. EST, be sure to stop by the Fleekazoid game SmackDown to see all these games fight in the ring. Come see Pal World fight off 20 of Nintendo's lawyers. Come see Tall Howard body slam Geoff Keighley through a steel cage. You won't want to miss it. I don't care if your firstborn son's being born. Project it onto the wall because he won't want to miss it either. January 4th, 7 p.m. Be there.
No, I'm good. Oh boy, that was a ride. As usual, guys, link to the original will be down below. God damn these games though. 2026 though. Where's our 2025 worst games? I'm sure there's one out there. I'll look after. Anyways, that's it for now. Bye.